run. Right, I think it's time for a dip in the swimming pool now.
Start the swimming pool. A little more tension on the halyard.
Good afternoon, Jack.
Afternoon? It's only just gone 12.
All right, so even though it's not strictly correct, good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Emma. Bill about?
He's out with Tom and Barracuda trying out that new sailcloth.
Well, it'll have to be new, wouldn't it? I mean, anything good is going to be new.
No, but this time it actually is.
Yeah, that's because it's probably full of monosodium glutamate.
Bound to be. This quarter's royalty check for Barracuda and Spring has just come in, here.
Oh, very good.
What about Marvellous? Fantastic.
Yeah, well, all I've got on my desk are a load of bills.
No, you haven't. Tom paid them yesterday.
He did what?
Jack, they've been sitting there for weeks, and tomorrow's the end of the month.
Now, listen, Jack, I bet that 20-footer, the Harrison Butler.
Oh, yes, I'm glad you brought that up, Bill. Now, you got to keep an eye on that young Wade. I caught him yesterday trying to do a butt joint instead of a proper scarf.
I told him to do it that way.
You told him to do it that way on a boat like that? And why don't you just nail a piece of tin over it and really ruin the boat?
Oh, wait a minute, Jack, the owner's got a limited budget, that's why. The job had to be done, it was all he could afford.
Then he shouldn't own a boat like that, should he? Right?
I suppose that's the last we'll see of him for a week.
Hello?
Charles, where the hell have you been?
Well, that's hardly what I call a friendly greeting.
Well, it damn well wasn't meant to be. I've been trying to get in touch with you ever since you left. Where are you talking from?
I'm on my yacht in Malta. Oh, and by the way, that's for your ears only. Like you to fly out here.
Charles, have you any idea what's been happening to me? I've been hauled off to the local police station and kept in a cell like a common criminal, questioned for hours on hour.
Will you calm down?
We are being investigated for fraud. The case comes up any day now.
I know exactly what's been going on. That's why I want to talk to you. Now, they taken your passport?
No, not as yet.
Good. I'll get out here within 24 hours.
Hi.
Been waiting long?
I just got here. I've got to start finding a tractor for Miles. How'd it go?
Abby, every time you pick me up, you ask me the same damn question.
Only because I want to know the answer. Okay, next time I'll phrase it differently.
Nothing to tell. Same old exercises, they just won't speed things up. It's all taking so long.
Yeah, come on. Not long ago you had to use crutches, now you don't even need a stick. I think they're doing a brilliant job.
Yeah, well, you're not where I am. Avril says she doesn't want me to race again. If I can't do that, what's left for me?
That's what all this mood's about. And I can't say I'm sorry, Leo, because I'm not. I'd actually like you to live a few more years.
I don't need someone else to tell me I've lost my bottle. That's something I've got to find out for myself, right?
Right.
I'm giving you a rough time. Should have gone back to America.
I made my choice in the hospital. I don't regret it. Come on, you drive.
Abby, this is a car, not a powerboat. All the same, thanks.
Gerald, I really do need to see you. Well, of course it's important. All right, then. 2:30.
Busy?
Yes, very.
Oh, well, just passing. Thought I'd pop in, see how you are. You're looking well.
More than I can say about you.
Oh. Well, what do you mean by that?
Where the hell have you been hiding yourself, Dad?
Me hiding? What do you want about?
Yesterday?
Oh, I went to the races.
And the day before?
What's this, an inquisition?
I've been trying to get hold of you all week. No one at the yard knew where you were.
Oh, why don't you try phoning me at home?
I did. You weren't there either.
Oh. Yes, well, I've been taking a bit of time off. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
You and Tom quarrelled again.
No, there you go again, jumping to conclusions. Do you know, I come in here full of charm to take you out to lunch. And what happens? I mean, the moment I stick my head through the door, you have a go at me. You know, Avril, since you took control of Relton, you are becoming a very aggressive young woman.
You know, when Tom wanted to set up on his own, you should have let him go. You'd have been your own boss again.
Well, I still am the boss. And it wasn't me who persuaded him to stay.
Oh, no?
No. He said he smelt a rat. He reckoned Sir Edward wanted to split us up so that he could buy the yacht.
And do you think there's any truth in that?
Well, I don't know. Anyway, Tom's the one with the brains. Me.
We're as thick as 2 planks, are we?
No, we're not. The yarn is running very smoothly and making loads of money, right?
Trouble is, Jack Rolfe isn't running very smoothly, is he?
Daughter's intuition, eh? Yeah, well, you're probably right.
Jan, you and I are in exactly the same position. We're both doing well. Both need to expand. Stand still, you end up going backwards. That's one reason why I'm going into production.
There is a slight difference, Ken. You're a public company.
Unquoted. Oh, okay, I accept that it's easier for me. But the principle's still exactly the same. You need to buy 2 or 3 more boutiques.
But you don't have to tell me that, I know. But you're talking about a lot of money.
Well, then borrow it. That's what the banks are there for.
Oh, no, I just got them off my back.
Jan, it doesn't make sense not to.
It does make sense to me. Look, who knows what the interest rates will do? And they'll want my boutiques as collateral. Least sign of trouble and they'll foreclose. No, thank you.
Then the answer's simple. I'll increase my stake in Paraplus.
No, Ken.
Strictly business, no strings attached. You'll still have complete control.
It's a big vote of confidence, but no.
I only want to help.
Yes, and I'm extremely grateful.
And what is it that worries you?
I hate being under an obligation. It makes me feel vulnerable. Look, I've got Edward out of my life now completely. Polly's gone. I'm free at last. And I want to stand or fall on my own. Please.
Okay. Well, let's recap. You want to expand, but you don't want to borrow any money.
Not easy.
Leave it with me. I'll think about it. See if anything comes up.
No, Ken. It's not your problem. I'll think of something. That you have absolutely no idea where Charles might be?
Well, I presume he's on his yacht somewhere in the Mediterranean. Why do you need to know what's so important?
I've had 2 phone calls this morning. One from Sir Edward and another from the Department of Trade and Industry. Why are they both trying to trace Charles so urgently?
Why didn't you ask them?
I prefer a straight answer from you. What the hell is going on?
Avril, as I recall, you and Charles parted the best of enemies. Now, you may control Relton, but as far as Fair Holdings is concerned, you have no standing whatsoever. So, with the greatest respect, whether something is going on or not is no damn concern of yours.
Oh, no. Charles still owns a large percentage of Relton shares. I do not want to see them suddenly flooding the market.
I see no reason why that should happen.
Well, I do. This court case of yours that's about to come up.
It's ridiculous. Someone's just got their facts wrong.
Oh? Charles has always enjoyed playing with fire. Only this time, I think he's about to get his fingers burnt.
I really do advise you not to start spreading that rumour about Avril. Feminine intuition, however admirable, is a poor defence against slander.
You seem pleased with yourself.
Yes, I am. I've just been propositioned.
Proposition? 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Ridiculous.
By a Frenchman.
Ah, well, that explains it.
Well, all right, so he refused to be jealous, but he might at least show a little curiosity.
Okay, providing he's smaller than me, I'll even challenge him to a duel. Who was this upstart?
Paul Dimitri.
Oh, on TBR's.
We met him at Charles Freer's place.
He was a member of that consortium.
Yes, he's offered me a job. Seems he was impressed.
Well, so he should be. Well, they're an excellent firm. Make first-class boats.
I know, I was flattered.
And what did you say?
Don't ask stupid questions. Confirm one thing, though.
Oh, what's that?
I'm being paid far too little.
Oh, well, at the Mermaid Yard, we all work for love.
Talking of which, why don't we eat at my place tonight?
Oh, I'm sorry, something's come up. I had a call from Jan.
Ah. I see.
I don't think you do him, man. It's Leo. It seems he's rapidly disappearing down a large black hole. Now, Jan's done all she can to snap him out of it, but there's Kate away in France. She's obviously got her hands full. So I suggested that Jan and I take Leo and Abby out for dinner.
You're quite like old times for both of you.
Emma, Jan and I may have parted, but neither of us have parted from our children. And we never will.
I know. I'm far too possessive for my own good.
Maybe I could drop by later.
For an after-dinner mint? I don't think so, Tom. I'll see you tomorrow. That was a long lunch, Ken?
Don't jump to conclusions, Vicky. It was a short lunch. Short, but highly enjoyable. Now, I spent most of the afternoon in Southampton, doing someone a bit of good.
Well, doing someone a bit of good obviously agrees with you.
Has a habit of rebounding, yes. Any messages?
Just the one. Miss Rolfe. Now, she said she can meet you tomorrow at, about noon at the yacht club, if that was convenient to you.
Tell her yes. Probably a waste of time, it's worth a try. Did you check on that list of boat builders I gave you?
Yes, and so far no one's interested in selling.
Well, you mark my words, Vicky. By the end of the year, Letter Cruise will be producing its own boats.
Oh, I believe you. I may only have worked here 1 week, Ken, but I have noticed you do, tend to get your own way.
In the end, yes. Well, it's time to shut up shop. Fancy a drink?
Boyfriend's waiting.
I'll have a good time.
I will. See you in the morning.
Night, Vicky.
Hello, Bill.
Well,
Home, Mr. Sailor, home from the sea. Yeah, well, for that you can make it a lot.
you heard what the man said.
Bill, do you know what I've been doing this afternoon?
I won't even try and guess, Jack.
Thinking on the nature of growth, responsibility, and obligation.
Oh, that. Yeah, I do it all the time. Here, that's how you do.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Now, you take the owner of that Harrison Butler boat.
You mean Mr. Fordham?
Yeah. The guy with the limited budget. How long has he been with us?
I don't know. Must be donkey's years.
Exactly. He was with us when we were struggling to keep our heads above water. I mean, he could have taken his business elsewhere, but he didn't. He stayed with us and paid his account, right?
Yeah, but Jack, all that's past history.
Wrong, Bill, wrong. It's all part and parcel of the present. We survived because of the lights. So listen now. I want you to do a proper job on his boat, right? And only charge him what he can afford.
Oh, Jack, you can't run a yard like that. We'd be bankrupt in no time.
I don't mean everyone, you silly old sod. Just him. But don't tell Tom. Keep it quiet.
I don't know how we've lasted as long as we have.
Yeah, I'll tell you why we've lasted. Because we're craftsmen, you and me. But unfortunately, we are a dying breed. Cheers. Say him again, Oliver, please.
Wait me a minute, Jack. How good's your memory, Jack?
Talk a recall, Bill. Why?
Proud lady. 31-footer. Mahogany on oak.
Oh, yeah. The one we built for Dr. John Radcliffe, right? Oh, beautiful boat, Bill. Beautiful boat. What made you think of it?
Up for auction tomorrow.
Oh. Well, I might go along and see the old girl.
I wouldn't bother, Jack. She's in a hell of a state. Needs a lot of loving care. Probably go for a song.
Oh.
What then?
Oh, yeah, well, have a good evening.
You thinking about Polly?
Look, I know you haven't heard from her for a while, but you really mustn't worry. I'm quite sure she's doing everything she can to get William back. She's a very clever lady.
I know, I was worried about you.
Well, then, I have a very good lawyer.
Suppose he goes against you.
Well, then, I go to jail.
Bill!
Over here, Jack.
Oh. I thought you said you'd go for a song.
Oh, been to the auction, have we? Well,
20 grand.
you must be joking. How'd you reach that figure? Oh, no.
Yeah, well, I got carried away, didn't I?
12 top whack. And you paid
Now,
20.
calm down a bit, Bill. I didn't get it. Someone else did, right? He'd have just gone on and on.
What fool would pay that sort of money?
I don't know. I didn't get the name, but I got the address. Local. I thought I might pop over there and show him the original plans. Just for goodwill and all that.
No, don't go taking on any more work, Jack. We're full up. Hey, come on, man. You've missed that. We'll never get this job finished.
Hello, Ken.
If my memory serves me right, dry white wine and soda.
Fine, memory intact.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers.
How's Leo?
On the mend.
Good. I've tried to see him a couple of times, but he really didn't want to know.
Not surprising, really. Is that what you wanted to talk about?
No.
Good. And I do hope you're not going to resurrect that idea of a merger again, because if you
After all, you are talking to a man who owns a lot of rotten shares.
4%.
Well, enough to bar the door if a predator starts to pry.
Anyone in mind?
Well, I can't see Charles Frere letting you take over his company without fighting to get it back, can you?
Your concern for my safety really touches me, Ken.
Good. Because I think I can do you a bit of good. You see, I'm going into production.
There's no justice in the world. You haven't changed a bit. Laura, good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce you. Ken Masters, Laura Wilde.
Oh, how do you do?
Ken Masters. Leisure Cruise. You won the powerboat championship, didn't you?
You're very well informed. Laura Wilde. How do I know that name?
Wild Mouldings.
Oh, yes, of course. Very fine company.
I hope to make it better, but thank you, Mr. Masters.
Oh, Ken. Ken, please. Would you like a drink?
No, I shouldn't have butted in. I've arrived far too early. You two carry on. Laura and I are going to have lunch. Catch up on things.
Ah, well, in that case, I better leave you to it. I'm sure we'll meet again, Laura.
I'm sure we will. I'd count your fingers if I were you, Laura.
Oh, bad as that, is it?
Very greedy for power, is our Mr. Masters.
Well, that's something I got used to in the States. It does create a rather special energy.
So, yes, I'd be there still if it wasn't for Dad being so ill. Looks strange coming back. How is he? Dying on his feet. I picked him up from the hospital yesterday. He decided to discharge himself.
I am sorry.
Well, he'll certainly never work again. Probably just as well. He'd let the business get in a hell of a mess. Oh, Avril, the chances he's had to expand over the last 10 years. But no, he just wants to plod on in the same old way. What about you? How's your father?
Oh, he's fine. Fine.
Good. Well, what's sweet? I'm famished.
Well. Still the same old place.
Can I help you?
Yes, sir. What on earth?
Jack Rolfe. Hello. Oh, trust you to call when I'm looking like this.
What are you doing here? I thought your brother had sold the place.
He did. To me. After all, it is the family house. I didn't want it to go to anyone else. And I needed to come home.
You haven't split up with Klaus, have you?
Klaus died last year.
I'm sorry.
That's right. So, after I'd sorted everything out, I took a hard look at myself and decided I wasn't a European after all, just British. I've only been back a week. If you didn't know I was back, what made you call? You haven't taken to selling double glazing, have you?
Oh, no. These are the original drawings of Proud Lady. I heard the new owner was living it. Thought they might like it. No idea it was you.
Oh, a nice thought. I have just heard that I've ended up paying double what she should have cost me because some silly fool kept pushing the price up.
What made you buy it?
Proud Lady. Just a whim. And partly because I once knew the young man who designed her. I used to sail her, you know.
Yeah, I remember. Long time ago. There's a lot of work to be done, huh?
I know. Perhaps you could recommend someone?
Reckon I've been eating these.
If you'd backed off, Jack Rolfe, I think I'd have hit you.
I always did like that laugh of yours. But I don't suppose you feel like having dinner with me tonight.
Well... What time?
Ubiquitous Mr. Masters.
Good lunch?
Good, no. Interesting, yes. I suppose you just happened to be passing.
Yes, of course. It's my favourite occupation, touring around industrial estates. Well, almost my favourite occupation.
Fascinating.
Well, now that you're here, I'd better give you a tour of the factory and a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Wonderful.
Come on, then.
Hello, Tommy, old son. Haven't seen you for ages.
Try coming in the yard. I don't meet every day, just now and again will do.
Oh, I saw Leo earlier on. What's bothering him? He doesn't seem himself.
Oh, it's his leg, the physiotherapy.
Oh. Hey, come to think of it, you don't seem yourself either.
Right. Now, this is supposed to be a partnership, and I don't intend to do your work as well as mine.
No one's asking you to, Tom.
Then why the hell do I have Bill bending my ear every day about repair work? That is your department.
Right, I'll have a word with him. I'll tell him to leave you in peace, right? Oh, hello, Emma. Emma, I've got a job for you.
Oh.
Calm him down, will you? Or he'll be getting my ulcer. And that's not nice.
You two been having a go at one another?
No, I just tried reading him the riot act, but all I got back was sweetness and reason.
Oh, dear, journey into the unknown must have shaken you.
Yes, well, we seem to have been missing each other all day.
Yes. How did the family dinner go last night?
I'm afraid I wasn't much help. Every time I came up with a suggestion, I met with a large sign saying, hands off, I'm a big boy now. I'll do it my way.
Well, it's going to take time for him to regain his confidence after a crash like that. He's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, but it's not just confidence he needs. He's lost his direction, and I should be able to give him some guidance.
Well, at least you're trying.
Yeah, I'm getting nowhere.
Ah, guilt. You think you failed him as a father, is that it?
Emma, I know you mean well, but unless you've had children of your own...
Well, I'd say those prospects were decidedly bleak. Wouldn't you?
Shall we start again?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was stupid of me.
I know you think that I'm dragging my heels, that I'm reluctant to make a commitment. But the last thing I want is for either of us to get hurt.
I know. I know. Look, Tom, I'm not demanding marriage or anything like that. It's just that we're leading two completely independent lives. That's not the sort of relationship I want.
No, it's not what I want either.
So what do you suggest we do about it?
Step back.
Not see each other for a while. And you suggest we start?
Welcome to Malta, Gerald. It really is very good to see you again.
Is it? Then if I got any sense, I'd punch you straight on the jaw.
Now, something tells me you're upset. What you need is a drink.
Damn the drink, what I need is an explanation. What the hell have you been up to?
I suggest you take a deep breath and count to 10. And for a start, you can forget that insider dealing charge. I'm well aware of what you did. But don't worry. I'll back you all the way.
You knew?
Well, of course I knew. You think I'm blind? You really need the money that desperately?
Yes.
Why?
What the hell is this?
It's a local brew and it's delicious. Now, why?
Abby. Our American lawyers cost a lot of money. You and your father were so busy standing off, somebody had to step in. Then there was Polly. She wanted to start her own business.
Yes, I should have guessed it wasn't for yourself.
You know, for a moment, I thought I'd pulled it off.
Oh, but you did. And don't worry, they can't prove a thing.
I'm not so sure about that. What about the other charge of defrauding our shareholders?
Listen, with the business I've been doing in the Mediterranean, our shareholders have absolutely nothing to worry about. They get a very healthy return on their investment, believe me.
I'm not so sure that your return to England is going to be quite so healthy.
Gerald, I have it all arranged. Now, will you please relax, have your drink, and enjoy this view?
My word, this is very nice.
Well, I only bring very special lady friends in. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Do you want to know something, Vanessa?
What's that?
Well, something very strange happened to me this morning.
Really, what?
Now, this is going to sound stupid, I know, but I'm reading a book at the moment. And in it, one of these characters goes back in the past and sees himself as a young man. And when I came to the house this morning and saw it completely unchanged as it was, and then you... Well, suddenly I felt like the young man in the book.
Deja vu. Happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, the man in the book thinks, great, I know all the pitfalls. I won't make the same mistakes. But he does. Time and time again.
It's only a book.
I hate to admit this, but I think Ken Masters was right. You can't stand still. You've got to expand.
I agree. But have you seen what they're asking for shop properties around here? I haven't got that sort of money.
Oh, you geared Perry Plus to the top end of the market. That's where your shop front winners are going to stay.
I know. I've even considered buying leasehold.
Ooh, rent reviews every couple of years.
It's not really on, is it?
Of course, there is one answer.
What's that?
Sell up.
Oh, great. What do I do then? Retire to Bournemouth and grow fat?
Oh, I'm sure you do it gracefully.
Thank you, Thomas, and good night.
No, seriously. Why don't you see Sir John Stevens?
I don't want to.
Well, he is a financial expert. I'm afraid I haven't been much help at all.
Oh, yes, you have, you have. You cleared away a lot of the dead wood. I hope I haven't kept you from anything.
No problem. Good night.
Night. And Tom, I did enjoy our dinner yesterday.
So did I.
Right, thank you. I'll say this for your father. He built Relta Marine into one of the finest boat-building businesses on the South Coast. His name on a boat would put £500 on the price, even in those days.
Only the very best was good enough for Dad.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't keen on me. Do you know, I remember one day I came to visit you, right, and I was standing in the hallway, and from another room, I heard your father say, that young Jack Rolfe, he might be one of the best boat builders in this area, but if he thinks he can worm his way into my yard by using Vanessa, he's got another thing coming.
So that's all I was to you. A stepping stone.
Well, okay, I was a bit ambitious.
Ambitious? Jack Rolfe was going to set the world on fire.
Anyway, your father wouldn't let me marry you in a million years. How old were you at the time? 18?
And 3 years was too long to wait, right? I wonder if I would have said yes if you had asked.
Of course you would.
Oh, don't be so conceited.
Well, I'm only saying a fact.
Surmise. The fact was, I upped sticks, I went abroad, met and married Klaus.
Only because I didn't pop the question.
It had nothing whatever to do with you. I'd forgotten all about you by then.
Oh, charming.
Well, what did you expect? By then you were at the Mermaid Yard, you'd married Eileen, and had a baby on the way. Just as well I had stopped lusting after you.
Now you tell me.
No. The real reason I left was pique, I suppose. I really wanted Relton. My father promised it to me, but he ended up leaving it to my brother.
2 years later, he sold it.
Well, no use dwelling in the past.
Yeah, it's all water on the bridge anyway, isn't it?
A lot of bridges. Do you know what I'd like to do right now?
Tell me.
I'd like to go for a walk in the moonlight.
What if it rains?
Oh, you're so romantic. Come on. Morning, Ken.
Morning, Laura. You got eyes in the back of your head?
I just happen to be downwind of your aftershave. What an outfit you've got here.
Yeah. Important thing is we sell a lot of boats. Shall I show you around?
Why else do you think I'm here?
I thought you might just have been passing.
Not me, Ken. That's not my style. I like it. Modern and informal.
Somewhat similar to myself. Well, what do you think of Leisure Cruise?
I'm impressed. Only one thing wrong there.
Oh, what's that?
Not one of your hulls is made by wild mouldings. Maybe that can be remedied.
Oh, sure that's possible. We make a quality product. Second to none. Can I tell you something in strictest confidence?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm about to introduce a new range of cabin cruisers. Cruise craft, top end of the market.
Sounds a wonderful idea. Do you have any moulds?
Not yet.
Well, when you're ready, let's talk.
The only snag is you don't do any of the fitting out, do you? Just the bare hull. Is that something you ever considered?
Oh, yes, and rejected. Well, it's a fine idea, but you're talking about a large capital outlay.
Yeah. Pity, really, because I could sell a lot of your other craft.
Very clever, Ken. Nicely set up. Dangle the carrot and then take it away. What's your next move? Offer to buy us out?
Buy out wild mouldings? Something I hadn't even considered. But yes, I suppose that's a logical progression.
And a curtain. Enjoyed the performance. Didn't think much of the play.
Going so soon?
The all-powerful stuff, Ken. Only so much a girl can take at one sitting.
Perhaps we could have dinner together.
I'm sure we could. I'll give you a ring sometime.
Well, Bill, let's see about it.
Yeah, she bloody well hope so.
Oh, come on now. She's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I've got over 60 items on this list, and some of them are big jobs, Jack.
Looks as though there's a bit of seepage from the starboard straight, Bill. Might be an idea to double up on the fasteners.
If you say so, Mrs. Annenberg.
Mrs. Vandenberg, oh, come on, Bill. Vanessa, please.
Do you realise how much all this is going to cost?
Yes, I think she's worth it.
That's because she's a classic boat by a superb designer.
How long do you reckon?
Well, I doubt if you'll get much use out of her this season, if at all.
I'll see you get some sterling here, Vanessa.
I know it's a private company, Jeremy. Do you want the job or not? That's right, yes. Even down to what they've got in their petty cash box. Oh, that other gentleman. Still out of the country. You're right. Okay, bye now.
Your visitor didn't stay very long.
No, it was just a courtesy call, really.
Oh. Very attractive lady.
Yes, she is, yeah.
Wouldn't to be running such a prestigious company.
That information stays within these four walls, right?
Oh, Ken, but of course. But tell me, how did it go?
Well, for a preliminary sortie, very well.
Good.
See, a company with a reputation like that should have expanded years ago. And now they haven't got the cash to do it. You know, a little while ago, I was going to buy a big country house near here.
But why did you change your mind?
Oh, sense of survival. You see, I didn't really need that house. It was just vanity. But that money is going to buy wild mouldings.
Fancy coming for a drink?
No, thank you.
I suppose you realise how ridiculous you're being.
Just go to the pub and leave me alone.
What, leave this hanging over us all day? No way. All right. So I saw Jan again last night. Now, what the hell is wrong with that?
The fact that you didn't tell me, that's what's wrong. I had to hear it from Bill, didn't I?
It was a business meeting. I do happen to own shares in Periplus, you know.
Oh, sure. And while you were busy telling me that we should step back and give ourselves some space, you knew full well you were going to spend the evening with Jan. How do you expect me to feel?
Well, for a start, not green with jealousy.
Do you seriously think any woman would be happy with you constantly running back to spend cosy evenings with your wife?
Ex-wife. Ex-wife, but we're still friends. We're not lovers, we're just friends. Nothing more. And if you can't accept that, then tough.
Thank you, Tom. Are you blind? Jan is on her own now. No other man in sight. Of course she's going to turn to you more and more, and I don't think I can take it.
What it boils down to is you don't trust me an inch.
Well, when I feel so bloody insecure, of course I don't. How the hell can we build a relationship on a basis like this?
You're right. I don't think we can.
Hello, Emma. Busy?
No, just finished. It's brief, but to the point. There you go, Jack. My resignation.
Oh, come on now. So you and Tom have had a bit of a tiff. You'll get over it?
Yes, but I won't.
surely this is going too far. I mean, we need you here, Emma. Look, I know we haven't seen eye to eye in the past, but...
Jack, I've no quarrel with you, and I am sorry if you think I'm letting you down, but I just can't stay.
Well, would it help if I had a word with him?
No. No, it's gone too far.
So, what will you do?
Oh, go abroad, I expect. Yeah. That didn't take long. I did love him, you know. Take care of yourself, Jack.
So, Laura, why all this interest in leisure cruise?
Thanks. Just market research.
Ah, so you come to the main competitor?
To supply the unsavory truth. Who better?
If it's the unsavory you're after, you can only be referring to Ken Masters. But if you're planning to do business with him, I'd watch him like a hawk.
Astute? Or would you say streetwise?
Both. He only owns a small percentage of Relton shares, but even that makes me uneasy.
Really? My word, he does have aspirations. But then, so do I.
Cheers, Alden. There you go. Right, well, happy days.
Well, you certainly look happy.
Well, in the words of the song, everything's going my way.
Okay. I wish I could say the same.
Cheers. Bill, fancy a drink?
No, hang on. You'd better get down to Relton straight away, Mrs. Harry.
Why, what's up?
Tom's just had a phone call from Avril about Leo. It sounded urgent.
Every turn is deliberately increasing speed. What's happening?
Trying to prove himself with that damn marker boy.
Come on, can't we do something? He'll end up killing himself.
No chance. He's on his own. If I thought it'd do any good, I'd beat the living daylights out of you.
You stupid idiot. You could have killed yourself.
Look, what none of you seem to realise is that I had to prove to myself that I could still do it. I couldn't go on not knowing. What's that falling off a horse? You just got to force yourself to get on again.
Yes, your own horse, Leo, not someone else's. And you know bloody well what those powerboats cost.
Of course I do, but the point is
No,
that...
Leo, the point is your racing days are over. And you better remember that.
Okay. Okay.
Sit down. Haven't finished with you yet. Sign that.
What is it?
A contract. I need someone to head the powerboat division.
What?
Well, are you interested?
thought you said you knew what you were doing.
Inspector Daniel Morris, isn't it? Fraud Squad, I believe.
I have one or two questions to ask you, Mr. Urquhart, and quite a few to ask you, Mr. Freer.
Oh, yes?
Mainly concerning the defrauding of shareholders. Perhaps you both care to accompany me to the local police station.
I don't think I quite understand you, Inspector. Surely my solicitor has presented you with new evidence.
No, sir. And I have to caution you that anything you say may be used in evidence.